Good morning. We've had our coffee this morning. Now we're gonna head out to the shop and work on the rebuild of the wood stove. Let's go on out there. So when we got this wood stove, we found that not only the catalytic combustor needed to be replaced, but also some of the parts on the inside of the stove were rotted out. It looked like it had been overfired, overheated, and needed to be replaced. So let's kind of look over the parts that we got, make sure that everything's here, and then we'll get started on rebuilding this stove. Part number one in the trash. Let me get the new one so we can see how different they are. So there's the old,
right,
and there is the new. So very obvious that this was not going to make a seal from the combustion gases.
right.
So we have our pile of parts for the wood stove rebuild. We've got our catalytic combustor. We've got the big baffle, which was completely missing from the wood stove when we took it apart. We've got our new inner top, some gaskets. We've got our high temp silicone to reseal. We've got our new gasket kits. We've got a new pyro temperature probe. Plus we've got our air diffuser. Our new damper, which is actually straight compared to our C-shaped damper.
It's not curved.
And then we've got our new bottom grate that's not melted. Okay, so we've got the underside of our inner top, and in that goes the combustor. So we put our interim gasket on, and that's a gasket that will actually expand as it gets hot to fill the gap. That should fit right in there. Okay, so put a little anti-seize on these guys. That's what the instructions say to do. I'm gonna get these snug and then make sure that the gasket surface on the other side is in a line, because this can kind of move a little bit. And so, come over here, it's right in line. We'll have a rope gasket that goes over there. I might tap that a little centered more.
That work?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so now the combustor air comes in through the side and is channeled through that diffuser. So the smoke goes through this baffle, air is added to it by the diffuser, and then that air smoke mix goes through the combustor like the catalytic converter to burn it all off. So it's another day. All of our parts are painted, they're dried. We should be able to touch them okay without messing up the paint, but it was pretty cold in here over the night. Now we're gonna start putting this back together, and we'll start by putting our damper together, which means we need a new gasket for the damper to seal against. Let's run a bead of the gasket cement.
It's a little cold too.
Yeah. All right, so we've got our gasket set in there. So now I'm going to just set the damper on it to kind of hold it down. Get a nice even pressure.
So I'll just hold the damper on.
Yeah, these are the little hinge bolts.
Okay, so this is the gasket that is doing the front, let's say the front glass of the door, or
The front panel.
front panel. It's a lovely self-adhesive one. A lot less messy. That's like exactly what do you need, maybe? Okay. And just like that.
So we've got all of our parts cleaned up. We're now going to start gluing them together before we put the cement on. We've got to dampen the grooves that the cement goes into. We're using a fireplace cement and mortar that's good to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So that should hopefully be good enough.
I hope so.
But everywhere that there was cement, we got to get it dampened so that the new cement sticks to it. Which is easier said than done.
What's up, Char?
That's good, huh?
Charlotte, what you doing?
Everything's damp. Now we'll start putting in our putty or mortar. We got this bucket of mortar. You're hoping that the same mortar in a caulking tube would be better, because this would definitely be easier to apply, but it was really thin. So I'm gonna try the spatula style.
Seems pretty thick.
Mm-hmm. Just not as easy to apply as a caulking tube.
Right. And if it squeezes out on the inside, that's okay?
Yep.
Okay. Just we don't want to squeeze out on the outside.
And if it does, it cleans up with just water.
Oh, okay.
It's just a water-based cement. What we need is like a piping bag. That'd probably work.
Get a Ziploc.
Put it on like frosting.
Some licorice frosting.
How do you get gray icing?
What's up, Charlotte? Do you miss your boy? That's Charlotte.
Okay, so we just have to put cement on this one groove of the inner top, and then it's going to join with the groove that we already cemented on the inner side. And it'll all gush out nice and pretty.
Yeah, it's real gooey.
Okay.
What? Are you wanting me to just sit down with you? Come here. Now we're getting the front all cemented up and ready to attach. Okay. I'm just lonely.
All right, so now that we've got everything put back together, we're going to install the catalytic combustor. So, another interim gasket. I don't think we're supposed to glue this on.
I hope not, because there's no more.
No more glue?
No more glue. Well, how does it... When you heat it up, then it stays?
When it heats up, it expands.
Huh. Did this one get glued on?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, no, just...
Okay. Oh, just kind of tuck that.
Okay, and then the refractory insulator.
What about these screws?
So, we've got our damper and our combustor installed. So this all is underneath the top plate. So when we start the fire, we open the damper, just like that. So all of the combustion gases come out through that door, out the chimney. Once the fire started, it's nice and warm. We close the damper and lock it, and that shuts off all the fire gases from coming through there, and it redirects all the gases through the combustor. And so that is like an afterburner. It burns all those gases so that, you know, it gets a lot of extra heat when it does that afterburn, warms this up, heats up that top plate. Instead of sending all of the heat out the chimney, it will keep it in the house. And this goes just like that. And then we have our thermometer that will go down into that area and tell us if we need to add or subtract air to that afterburner, to that catalytic combustor. Haven't used one of these stoves before, but it seems pretty easy.
Last piece to go on. So we got our gasket changed, right? That's what that rope's called?
Yeah. Got the rope gasket new.
Okay. Did the other side line up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that new gasket's holding it off so far.
Okay.
All right, so we've got the stove all put back together. And we let the cement dry and cure for 2 days. Now we're gonna start doing some small fires in it and see how it does.
See, is it falling off?
Oh, yeah.
Get some smoke coming out of the chimney. Oh yeah, I can see it.
Smoke coming out of there.
Oh, that's not supposed to
But
happen, is
just
it?
gotta get a draft going.
Okay.
The damper's open.
Okay.
There we go. Oh no, the damper's closed. Closed you again. Okay. I need a little
Little indicator
little
of
indicator
what's
as to what's what.
right.
Oh, look, there is a little indicator. Open,
Oh,
close.
how nice.
All right. Well, that explains it. I was trying to go through the catalytic combustor.
Oh, okay.